Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is Summer K here on YouTube, Fitspiration by Summer if you follow me on Instagram, and Summer_KAYY if you follow me on TikTok. And in this video, we are going to be talking about something that I get asked about a lot. So I'm going to address it in this video and hopefully answer some of you guys' questions. And that is going to be how I feel about fat burners. If I feel like fat burners work, what type of fat burners do I recommend, etc., etc. So if that is something that you're interested in, make sure that you tune into this video because I'm going to give you a breakdown on what a fat burner is, if I recommend a fat burner, and answer any questions that you guys hopefully have. Before we get into the video, just do me a favor, give it a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already, and share with somebody that might be interested, especially if they are starting a weight loss journey and they are looking at fat burners. Let them know to watch this video before they decide on buying one. Before I get into fat burners too much, let's start out with what a fat burner is, okay? So a fat burner is also called a thermogenic. It is something that a lot of clients ask me about, and I will just go ahead and let you guys know I do not do fat burners personally. I have no interest in doing fat burners, and whenever somebody asks me about it, I told them that they can achieve the results that they want without using a fat burner. But if you are going to try a fat burner anyways, which most people usually do, let me just let you guys know what a fat burner is, what comes in it, so that you know what to expect if you do try to get one. And of course, the main thing you want to do is do your research with anything. So of course, watch this video, but if there is a fat burner that you are looking at, I need for you to Google it and make sure that you're looking at what's in there, because the thing with fat burners is they can be good, but they can also be dangerous. They're not regulated by the FDA, but most supplements aren't regulated by the FDA, which means that there might be some things in there that could be dangerous, especially if you are taking medication or if you have any type of health conditions. So just make sure that you guys are being smart about anything that you try. Don't just go to YouTube. Also look up whatever it is that you're looking for, and then consult with your doctor if you need to, especially if you have any concerns or if you're on any medication. All right, so with a fat burner, the main components of a fat burner is going to be caffeine, which is one reason why I don't use it, because I do drink coffee and I do use pre-workout, but it has caffeine in it, which all thermogenics are going to have caffeine in it. It has what they might call it may be different, but at the end of the day, it's cayenne pepper is what it is. They might call it like caprisum or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's cayenne pepper, which you can also take cayenne pepper pills, or you can just use cayenne pepper in your food. If you have seen me do my apple cider vinegar detox drink, which I have on my channel, I put cayenne pepper in it because that's a natural thermogenic. It naturally helps boost your metabolism, etc., etc. And that's all that it is in the fat burner, is something to help boost your metabolism. You might also see it have something that's called CLA, something that's called L-carnitine, something that's called yohimbe, which I'm not too familiar with, but I do know that you have to be very wary of yohimbe. It might have something to help curb your appetite, which would be maybe Garcinia cambogia or something along those lines. But those are the main components that are in fat burners. So I'm just going to talk about the fat burner that I know the most, because that's like a good baseline of what's in most fat burners. So with that being said, if you drink coffee or if you take pre-workout, do I really think you need to take a fat burner? No, because that's the main base of what's in a fat burner. It has caffeine. It makes you want to get up and go and do some stuff, okay? So you can get the same benefits from straight black coffee. Straight black coffee is known to help with weight loss. A lot of people say, oh, well, coffee isn't good for you. Straight black coffee is great for you. It's also a natural like diuretic, okay? It's when people put sugar and creamer in it that makes coffee not good. But it's the main component in a fat burner because it helps with your metabolism. You can also get it from green tea. So if you drink green tea, do I think you need to do a fat burner? No. If you are sensitive to caffeine, then you need to be very wary of taking a fat burner because it usually has a pretty large amount of caffeine. So I know with the one that I am most familiar with, I think it has 160 milligrams of caffeine, which is equivalent to like 2.5 cups of coffee. Will it mess with me? No, because I take pre-workout that has like 200 milligrams of caffeine and I'm fine. But for the average person that does not do any caffeine, it's going to make your heart rate speed up really bad. It's going to make you feel jittery and you're not going to like it. So I'm just letting you guys know, if you're thinking about trying it, be prepared for that. If you're sensitive to caffeine, it might be something that you need to skip out on. Number 2, the cayenne pepper, for whatever they might call it in there, cayenne pepper is basically what it is. So the way that a fat burner works is it heats up your body. Honestly, I use Sweet Sweat you know, I put the sweet sweat on my core and stuff. That does the same thing. It heats up the core. So when you eat food, your body gets prepared to burn it and basically take it to where it needs to go. So it does the same thing. It heats up your core, because why? Our bodies naturally burn fat. Okay, so the goal with the fat burner is usually to help jumpstart. It's to help get you that extra motivation going, and it's to help speed up the metabolism. But at the end of the day, if you're already eating right, if you're exercising, and if you're just needing a little extra push, then you really don't need a fat burner. But if you want to use one, just be aware of the fact that you're already doing it naturally. I will say something that a fat burner might have in it is something to help with focus. So it might help have like ginkgo in there, or it'll have like L-taurine, which is an amino acid, and it'll also have like HUP-A or something like that. Things to help with focusing, which you can take separately, but that would be a benefit of a fat burner if you want that. But at the same time, you have to think about if that pro outweighs the cons, because you never know how your body is going to adjust to it. If you are somebody that has high blood pressure, if you take that, it's probably not a good idea to use a fat burner. People do it and then they wonder why they feel like that. If you are a heart patient, you should not be taking a fat burner, okay? I understand that we want to get the weight off and everything, and we don't want to try everything and the fastest thing on the market, but you have to understand that your health is the most important thing. It's more important than the hottest thing out on the market right now, okay? So you have to be aware of what you're doing so that you can be here for a long time. So as far as fat burners go, they also have stimulant-free fat burners, which are not going to do what you might want it to do, but that might be something along the lines of what you need to actually go for. All right, so now that we've gotten the breakdown of what a fat burner is and what's generally in a fat burner, I hope that you understand if you should be taking it or not, because at the end of the day, it can be a matter of life or death, okay? If it has caffeine in there, it can also keep you from going to sleep at night. So you need to think about that if you're sensitive to caffeine. There are people that do take it in the morning, and by the time the nighttime comes, they still can't go to sleep. So think about that before you take a fat burner. If you are somebody that has looked up Yohimbe, leave in the comments below and let me know what you think about it. I know that Yohimbe is in a few things. It's in more so things for men. But at the same time, everybody should be careful with it. If you're taking anything, you should definitely consult with your doctor. But just understand that you can do all these things separately. You don't have to do a fat burner with it. Now, if you've gotten this far and you feel like, okay, I don't really feel like a fat burner is for me right now, I can tell you some things that are going to help you naturally burn fat that will not have you like super jittery or anything that you could look at that are also supplements. So number one would be, if you don't drink coffee, straight black coffee, you can take caffeine pills, which are just going to be just caffeine pills. You can do green tea, which is going to have caffeine in it. If you don't like green tea, you can also take green tea pills. It's an herb. It's not going to hurt you. But at the same time, if you're somebody that doesn't like feeling jittery, stay away from caffeine in general. You don't have to have it to lose weight. It just helps with your metabolism. Number two, like I said, if you want something that's going to help with like curbing your appetite or not make you feel hungry, Garcinia cambogia is a herb that is something natural that is sold a lot because it helps with curbing your appetite. You can get it in pill form. You just want to make sure that it is legit, okay? With anything, do your research, okay? And then something that you could also do is something that's called glucomannan, which is just a form of fiber. It comes from a root, so it's a herb, it's natural, and all that does is it helps you feel full. Like when it gets in your stomach, it expands so that you don't feel hungry. So those two things right there are what to look for if you want to curb your appetite. If you want to look for more energy, of course, do the caffeine pills or green tea pills. Cayenne pepper. You can do cayenne pepper in your food if you don't like spicy food. You can do caffeine pills, but just be aware that it may make you feel hot. That is something that I've had people say because they're not ready for that when they take cayenne pills, not caffeine, cayenne pills, but it does make you hot because it heats up your core, gets ready to speed up your metabolism. Again, your body naturally burns fat, so you don't necessarily have to take any of this to burn the fat. You just have to put in the work, okay? So you have to make sure that if you are not exercising, that you're eating at a reduced caloric intake. If you are exercising, make sure that you're getting your heart rate up, that you're heating up your core, because as you're heating it up, you're burning, okay? You're increasing your metabolism, so you don't necessarily need a fat burner to do that. If you're looking for something that'll help keep you focused, there are a lot of like drinks that don't have caffeine in them. They are specifically for focusing. I know Focus Aid is one. I know that if you want something with caffeine, then you can get a Fit Aid, or you can get a Celsius drink or anything like that if you're looking for something that's going to help you focus without having all the extra stuff. If you want to go a little bit extra, then of course you can get a Bang drink, but that has a lot of caffeine, so it's about the same as a fat burner. Anything that has caffeine in it, if you're sensitive to caffeine, please do not take a fat burner, because you will not like it. It's gonna make you nervous. And the best way to increase your metabolism, grab some weights, okay? Because what you're gonna want to do is, it doesn't have to be heavy weights, it can be light weights. But the main thing is you want to increase your lean body mass, because increasing your lean body mass is going to help increase your basal metabolic rate, which just means that you burn calories by not doing anything. You burn calories at rest by sitting down. Your body burns it for you, because your body is a natural fat burner. So the more lean mass that you have, the more your body burns. You don't have to worry about taking a fat burner. You don't have to worry about doing all the extra. You just need to put in the work so that you can get the output. Now, if you have gotten this far and you still are just like, nope, I want to try a fat burner, I can do the caffeine, I'm not worried about the extra stuff, then I will tell you one that is a really good seller. It was given to me to try, but like I said, I have no interest in doing a fat burner, so I will tell you guys about it though. It is going to be the Cellucor Super HD pills. Now, these pills are made by the same company that makes C4 pre-workout, which is one of the most popular pre-workouts, especially when somebody is starting out with exercise. You can get it from pretty much anywhere. It's in like supplement shops. It's also in Walmart, Walgreens. I'm pretty sure it's in Sam's. You can get C4 from anywhere, okay? Cellucor is a very popular brand. So with their Super HD, the main components of it, of course, is caffeine. It has 160 milligrams of caffeine, which I think I said, and then it has green tea in there as well. All right, so of course on here it says if you're taking antidepressants, blood thinners, anti-inflammatory drugs, or any other dietary supplement, and you feel like you high blood pressure, diabetes, anxiety, psychiatric or seizure disorders, cardiac arrhythmia, stroke, heart, liver, kidney, thyroid disease, or anything, of course, consult with your doctor first. So if you have any of those things already, you should not be doing a fat burner. That's going to be on almost any fat burner. That's going to pretty much be on anything that's going to have this type of stuff in there. Please listen to it, okay? Do not be so like focused on losing weight that you try the next thing on the market and you don't think about the fact that you might have health conditions, because it can literally be life or death, okay? But it has the caffeine in there. It says to do 1 capsule in the morning, 1 capsule in the afternoon. I know a lot of people that just do 1 capsule in the morning because it can be a little bit intense. It has an amino acid in there that helps with focusing. It has yohimbe, like I said. I'm gonna look up yohimbe and I'm gonna do a video over what yohimbe is, because it's in a few supplements, and I know that there's something that you should be wary about. You guys Google it for now, and then I'll do a video over it later. But just be aware whenever you're using stuff with yohimbe that it can have an adverse effect, and the con does not outweigh the pros, okay? They call it Capsimax Cayenne, which is just capsicum, which is just cayenne pepper. That's what's gonna heat up the core. And then it has some HUP-A, which basically means that that's gonna help you with focusing as well. And then it has one other thing that I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't have too many ingredients. And the ingredients that it does have are things that are mostly sold in supplement shops. There's a couple of ingredients that I've never heard of on here, but for the most part, it's pretty legit. It says on there that it is a high definition fat burner. It's a thermogenic, and it helps with energy and focus. It's basic, okay? It's your most basic one. There are a few out there that will claim that they do all of this and they do all of that, and it's a weight loss and all of this and that. That is a marketing tool, okay? All of this does the same thing. It perks you up. It increases your metabolism so that you can burn more and heat up your core and hopefully lose weight. But if you're not exercising, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're wasting your money. So please do not get a fat burner if you feel like, well, okay, I walk around at my job all day, or, you know, I'm on my feet all day. It's not enough. You have to do something that's actually going to get like the adrenaline going. Because when the adrenaline going, that is what's going to help you lose the weight, okay? It's not gonna be this fat burner. It's not gonna be, you know, taking the apple cider vinegar gummies that I've talked about in all these videos. It's gonna be putting in the work and making sure that you're consistent with it. Because if you're not consistent with anything, You might lose it for the time being, but pretty soon it's all gonna come back, okay? So with that being said, that's really all I'm gonna say about this fat burner, because like I said, I don't do fat burners, guys. I really don't recommend it for losing weight. I think that it's a temporary fix. I think that you need to focus more on eating right. You need to focus more on exercising, and if you really just need something to help perk you up, get some coffee or get some pre-workout. Make sure that you are researching anything that you do, including this. So if you are interested in doing the Super HD, research it first, make sure that it's legit. And if you are on any type of medication, do not do a fat burner. All right, so that's all I'm gonna say in this video. If you guys want me to go a little bit more in depth about fat burners, then I will, but I just wanted to give you guys an update on it because I get asked that question at least a few times a month by clients. Should I do a fat burner? Can I do a fat burner? Look at this fat burner. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't research fat burners, okay, because I don't really care for them. I think that you can do it naturally because everything that's in here is something that you can get naturally. So, but with that being said, if you do a fat burner, let me know which one you do, if you like it, or if you've had any bad experiences with it, because somebody might be looking at this video and wondering, should they try a fat burner? So let me know in the comments what you think, and make sure that you guys tune in for the next video.